Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's your boy Dez here with another reaction. Let's get started.
You are about to see what happens inside a military Humvee when it rolls over. A government report released earlier this year found Humvees, the most common military vehicle, are involved in more Army and Marine Corps accidents than any other tactical vehicle. What's more,
She just literally said it's the most common used vehicle. So I wouldn't be surprised if it has the most accidents. Being in a rollover myself in 2019, it's pretty scary, but it's gonna happen.
many of these crashes happen in non-combat situations. This morning, see why advocates are calling for changes to help save the lives of service members. A warning, some of this footage may be difficult to watch.
The impact is jarring. You're watching a crash simulation involving a military Humvee. 10,000 pounds of metal traveling at just 25 miles an hour, rolling over twice after hitting a ramp. A sobering example of what can happen in combat and during routine training.
We knew.
Not gonna lie, it didn't even look like it had a scratch on it. That Humvee's built tough.
It was bad, but nobody thought that Wes wasn't gonna make it.
Abby Kuby is the widow of Staff Sergeant Wesley Kuby.
Ah, damn. Condolences, and Airborne community probably lost somebody great.
In June, her husband was on a training mission at the Smoky Hill Air National Guard Range. He died after the Humvee he was riding in rolled over. Abby is now raising their 3 children.
I didn't actually get to be with him or say goodbye.
The investigation into what caused the accident is still ongoing, but Kuby's death is not isolated. According to the Government Accountability Office, there were more than 3,700 tactical vehicle accidents.
It took me a second to realize that was a Air Force guy, but still, it happened. 82nd flag in the back of him. He's part of the family.
From 2010 to 2019 in non-combat situations. Almost a third involved Humvees. At least 123 service members were killed, contributing to what Congress calls a trend of non-war related deaths in the military. The report also found that nearly 25% of the accidents involved a rollover. Military experts say the armor added to Humvees makes them prone to rollovers. 2 years.
I don't think we really needed researchers to tell us this. Up armor Humvees are heavy as hell. People like to go fast as hell, and people don't like to wear seatbelts in Humvees or ACHs, which leads to you getting hurt way more than you could have prevented it. So
Years ago, the Army contracted advanced safety supplier Hmmwv to research and test safety solutions for the Humvee. NBC News was invited to Hmmwv's crash test demonstration for a look at how additional safety measures could help service members survive.
I'm here in Indiana, and joining me now is Nick Awabdi. He's the lead engineer here at Hmmwv. Nick, we're standing in front of this Humvee. It's specially equipped. What do you expect to see today?
So we're going to induce a rollover, which simulates a real-world scenario, and we'll see how our technology will help a service member in a crash over a conventional 3-point seatbelt.
Engineers install sensors and rig the Humvee with 30 cameras to capture every angle inside and outside the vehicle. Inside the Humvee, both test dummies are belted. The passenger in the back is wearing a standard seatbelt, and the driver is wearing...
this isn't very realistic, to be honest with you. They're missing sleds, radios. I don't see monsters, beef jerkies. I don't see snacks. I don't see random backpacks. I don't see a 249. I don't see a grill. That's for you guys who just go out there to eat. I'm just saying.
Hmmwv's Embrace technology, a 4-point seatbelt system that deploys an airbag and pulls the driver down to create space between their head and the ceiling.
Launching vehicle in 3, 2, 1.
Traveling at 25 miles an hour,
Okay, here it comes.
the Humvee hits a ramp designed to simulate what could happen in a real-life rollover. The Humvee flips twice, almost jumping the barricade. And on the inside, chaos. Watch as this rider, wearing just a standard seatbelt, is thrown from side to side. In slow motion, you can see the rider's head hit the ceiling with every roll. But not the driver. The airbag and the 4-point seatbelt protect the driver's head.
I mean, I know this is research, but can we provide some of those fancy seatbelts for the guys in the back and the TC as well. Being that I'm usually a TC, I would prefer to live as well, not just a driver. But shout out to the drivers out there, I'm just saying.
And neck.
Nick, that was incredible to see in person. We saw what happened on the outside. What happened on the inside?
Yeah, so everything worked just as planned.
Okay.
And then the entire seat was pulled to the floor, opening up survivable space
Up
for
here?
the service member,
And that protects
And
their
that
head.
protects the head and neck from coming in contact with the roof.
In addition to Hmmwv's technology, the Army is exploring other safety solutions, including better driver training and the use of simulators to build driver experience. But for families,
Quick talk about driver's training. Everybody know who's been to driver's training once. You know that as soon as you finish, they add about at least 6-7 vehicles on there that you've never driven before. And if it's on your card, that means you drove it. That means you know how to drive it. And that means you better drive it. So better training would be great, but seatbelts, ACHs, just overall things that we're supposed to do in a vehicle, we're not doing it. And I'm guilty of it myself sometimes. That's something I got to get more strict on, but sometimes it just be like that.
who've lost
Shouldn't be, but it is like that.
service members, the changes are long overdue.
They never really realized it was a problem. But now that I'm, I guess you could say, kind of living a nightmare, that it is a problem. And it is frustrating.
So sad for that family. That demonstration was just troubling, just watching that. So
Again, condolences to the family. But, well, there's no but. Training is getting better. We are harping more on driver's training and making sure that some of the scary driving that we've seen, because we have some horrible drivers in the Army, kids who just got out of high school, don't even have a driver's license yet, given a Humvee license, driving LMTVs, scaring us old guys that's in the military for 4 or 5 years already. It's getting better. Still got to harp on a few things. But again, I appreciate it. This is your boy Dez. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave me any tips or any videos that you want me to react to. Appreciate it.